Michael, Harry Kane,
Yeah.
267 and counting. Incredible, man, incredible.
What a striker, guys! Like sometimes, you know, because like people only sometimes look at like absolute goals like Messi and Ronaldo, and they scored like 800. They think that's scoring 300. You know, because like over like his career, including country goals, etc., he has like over 300 goals, right? That's a fucking mad number. Like you know, people don't put enough credit for what he has done, and in a team that he has done it in. Like that's absolutely incredible, boys. Because like let's be honest, if Harry Kane was I don't know, United player or a Liverpool player, right? He would be like way over 260 at this point, I assume, right? But still, in our team, he has been an absolute gold. Like there never has been a debate, but now there is no debate. Like, you know, that there is no argument against him, right? And I don't care that he has no trophies or whatever, right? I couldn't give less of a fuck. Like seriously, he's so good. Like you just have to watch him and you know how good he is, right? And if someone wants to argue it, then let them have it. But you know, we know how good he is, right?
No, he's just crazy, just absolutely crazy. HOIJBJERG today, Michael.
Wow, and oh my god, you know, I've never been like a technical player or whatever, right? So I usually played on the defensive, and basically what he did today was what I always aspired to be, even though I was a really shit footballer. So you know, like he was so energetic, so determined, so you know, so just like the sheer will to fight was so amazing to watch. Like and absolutely one of the best performances he has ever put for us, in my opinion. Like he was unstoppable there in the middle, and again, like I think that, you know, last year when we played Wolves, I think he was dropped when we had that lose streak of Wolves, Chelsea, Wolves, and Tottenham. And for one of those games he got dropped, and then in the next game he was absolutely ecstatic, and this thing happened again, right? He got rested for Preston, and he comes back and he like drops an absolute blinder. So yeah, like amazed by his performance, and also Bentancur, like he was also amazing. And you know, I think Bentancur's existence there facilitates that HOIJBJERG's job. I feel like because you know, because Bentancur is so technical and he progresses the ball so well, I feel like this like allows HOIJBJERG to be the destroyer that he wants to be, and that's just amazing to watch. Yeah, but guys, like HOIJBJERG, Kane, whatever, we have to talk about the fucking goat Cafu on the right. Like what was that performance? Listen, I get why sometimes people get pissed off when you know, when fans credit like performances too much, or you know, come up with the nicknames. And you know, I've heard people whining about us calling Paratici a Don and whatever, right? I take it as a joke, and I said it as a joke here, so nobody like comes for me and says that I called Royal Cafu. I don't mean it like seriously, right? He's not that good, but today's performance, again, one of the best performances in a Tottenham shirt, if not the best one. Nothing to complain about, pretty much. Like, I guess it must be hard to walk home with Grealish in your pocket, right? It's like 80 kilos stuck in your trousers. Come on.
It was. I agree with you, Michael. I think it was definitely probably one of the best performances I've seen from Emerson. But I think if you looked at it today, right, they didn't go down in terms of the attacking play through Emerson a lot of the time. You saw it was always going down through Chikulu, but he was always, it was weird because we saw it like a lot of the times he kept popping up in the middle, and you just see him like a number of times he would burst through, and it's like he's one of the most forward attackers, and he's like in the middle of the pitch, and we're like, what's going on? Well, Emerson's like completely different. But in terms of his defensive work today, he was very good today. He was definitely very good. I think if it wasn't for HOIJBJERG's performance, people would be saying he would have the man of the match. And I think a lot.
I think
Michael, I'm still waiting for Danny to say I love Emerson Royale. He's got to say it before we end this stream, man.
Yeah, see,
Danny, don't give up. Don't give up.
No. Emerson Royale is still not good enough for this club. If we want to be a club who wants to be successful, he's not good enough.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Danny. But come on, man, today I love Emerson Royale. I just want you to say those 4 words,
because I'm not deluded, Barry.
Oh, shut up!
No, I'm not deluded. I know you are, but I'm not.
Unbelievable, man.
I mean, if he raises his performances to that level, then why not? Like, if
he plays like that for a season and that's his level week in, week out, then I'll start changing my opinion of Emerson. But until then, he's had 3 good games so far in a row.
Sammy, cut Danny's camera, man. I don't want to see him anymore on the stream. He's joking, man, this guy.
The thing is, watch Barry be in the mud when Emerson just performs the way he usually performs. But I hope he does keep this level, because we need it. If we want a top 4 charge this season, he needs to be playing like that, because he's going to have Pedro Porro down his back, and if Pedro Porro gets on that pitch and shows what he can do, I'm sure that it's going to be harder for him to get into that team. So
if we get top 4, you're going to cut your bun off.
No, I told you that's never happening.
No,
come on, man.
No.
No, but that's like many people always say that a good squad is 2 people fighting for each position, right?
Yeah.
And if he like keeps performing like that, I think it's healthy for the squad, because first of all, like it's not like Porro comes in and gets nails the starting spot and has no competition. I think it's healthy if he has competition on that spot, right? And I think like for a good squad, you should have this situation for every single position throughout the pitch, right? We don't have it in defense right now, so like that's why our defense is so shaky today. They were really good, but like just over 2 weeks ago against the same team, they dropped an absolute stinker. So maybe if they had someone breathing down their neck, Dyer, Davis, or whoever else, right? I think that maybe in that case they would like raise their level. Right now they have no competition. By the way, also in terms of Royale, I don't know if you guys seen he posted like a post to his Instagram with basically one of his interventions against Grealish, when he was pretty much kicking him in the balls, and he said 1 ball. Something like this, an absolute goal.
Go on the pitch, go on Instagram. Come on, Danny.
Yeah.
I love Emerson Royale. We need a song. We need a song for Emerson now. We don't have a song for him. I'm going to make up a song.
And the second thing is, I think Romero posted 2 of his tackles that got him the yellow cards on his Instagram too. So the guy is fucking shameless. Like the second yellow I have no issues with, but the first one, let's be honest, it was a bit unnecessary. It was a bit hot-headed.
I loved it. Do you know what I think, Michael? With that tackle, I think it actually set the tone of that we weren't gonna put up with any of their nonsense. I mean, apart from, I mean, I don't know what everyone else was talking about. Obviously, apart from obviously we know after the game they were talking about how bad Man City were and all the usual nonsense. But at what point are people going to come out and say? At what point people are going to come out and say that Man City were an absolute disgrace? Every time they were crowding the ref, they were asking for penalties. It just honestly, just an absolute disgrace from people that are, there's no dignity, there's no class.
Like honestly, I don't know what the fuck is going on with this city. Like there is something inherently wrong with how they try to play the game. I think I seen a stat they had like 27 crosses this game and only 8 of them found the target, or 8 or 9, something like this, right? It's not how City plays. It's just so baffling for me, because like Pep fielded out pretty much like 6 attackers this game, right? But Mahrez is a guy who really likes to tuck in, and also Grealish is a guy not tuck in. They like to cut inside, right? So basically, they weren't stretching our defense at all. They were all trying to get into the box, right? And there is Haaland in the box already, and Alvarez is trying to make like second time runs or whatever they are called, right? So they pretty much tried to walk the ball into our box. We just had to like be compact, crowd out the box, and there was nothing for them to do, right? I know that Royale was brilliant against Grealish because he like didn't allow him to dribble past himself, right? But yeah, like I don't know what's going on with the City, and as you said, Barry, it will probably be like it always is, right? Oh, City was so shit. City couldn't handle, City couldn't like create the chances. We probably won't get credited for our brilliant performance, but I think today I don't care how we won. We won. I don't care. Like there will be people saying you are the home team. You are supposed to play on the front foot, whatever. I couldn't care less. We got the 3 points against reigning champions, second place in the league right now.
Yeah, 100%, Michael. Yeah. And I think the other thing that, well, look, I think Pep made 2 errors. I mean, taking off Mahrez, I don't know. I didn't really understand that. He scored 7 goals and 4 assists against us. Obviously, De Bruyne came on and he did change it up again, but. Yeah, I mean, with Mahrez on the pitch, it kind of almost did us a favour. So, look, fine, tinker as much as you want, Pep. But yeah, look, it's like you said, we got 3 points. Doesn't matter about anything else with Arsenal or whatever that means in the long run. There's still plenty of time in everything else. But yeah, on the just from me to you, Michael. What any final thoughts on the game, where we're going? Conte coming back. Where do you want to go, buddy?
Yeah, quickly with the Mahrez thing. I don't know if you guys also got it from your commentary, but our commentary said that there was like Pep was screaming at Mahrez at halftime in the corridor or however you call it, right? That there was some like not maybe a bust-up, but that basically he was like screaming at him, and you could see that Pep clearly wasn't satisfied with the performance. And I don't know why it was Mahrez exactly, but yeah, as you said, every time Mahrez got the ball, even though he wasn't good this game, I am just fearful of this guy. He's the stuff of my nightmares. Like seriously, this guy is so good against us every single time he plays. So I was so thankful when he went off and not went off, we got subbed off. But yeah, in terms of like content and our season, I think that we have a run of tough games, but all the teams that we play against are kind of in a bad form, right? I think Leicester away is not an easy game, even though they aren't like good this season. West Ham, I know we most of the time win against them at our ground, but still it's not an easy game. Chelsea at home is not an easy game, and Milan away, even though Milan are absolutely shocking, it's also not an easy game. But what I want to point out is that even though like those teams are in a bad form, those are still like recognizable big teams, let's say, right? Big, like relatively big in some cases. So if we manage to beat them and get some sort of a, like a streak of wins, I think this might be massive for us, because like we still are deep into FA Cup. I'm really putting all my hopes on this season in the FA Cup. Like, I don't see a reason why we shouldn't reach semi or a final, and unless we meet United in the quarters or whatever, right? But if we lose against them, shame. But okay, I would be really sad. But shit happens. But I think we should be reaching semi or a final. In terms of Champions League, like all it takes is a good draw in the next round, and suddenly you find yourself in the semi-final again. Right, like we can maybe if we go through Milan and get, I don't know, Bruges or Benfica or one of those clubs, maybe we can do something in the Champions League again. Again, I'm not saying we are going to win it, right? I just want to be excited for the rest of the season, and I think if we manage to string like a streak of wins in the next 3 to 4 games, I think the momentum can leap us forward, because after those 3 to 4 games, I think we have like all bottom 10 teams for.
Yeah, so we got after as we enter March, we've got Wrexham or Sheffield United in the FA Cup, Wolves away. I mean
it won't be easy.
That's probably going to be our hardest game. Wolves away, Milan at home, Forest at home, Southampton away, or obviously an FA Cup quarter-finals. So look, who would have thought we'd be sitting there and going, well, Wolves away is going to be difficult after how they've turned up and what they did yesterday against Liverpool.
To be fair, Liverpool are shite.
I'm not going to comment on that because someone's watching. So,
but also Wolves have had a good record against us over the last 5 years. So it's always a tough game against Wolves.
But Michael, go and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. We're all happy. We're all smiling. Leicester next Saturday. And come on, you Spurs.
Yeah, you too, lads. Enjoy it. Come on, you Spurs.